So this is Empire of Ember. This game is still in early access. You can find it on Steam. Currently on sale for about 15% off. I think it's going to be on sale through December 1st, if it's like everything else on Steam. It's currently the autumn sale. What is this game? This game is, the general concept is you are a apprentice wizard, or wizard technically now, I guess, and you're trying to find the people who killed your master, I guess. And other than that, generally there's a town you build. You raise an army. You've got skill points and stuff to use, like these are all your little attributes. At the beginning of the game, you answer questions, basically, and you know what the questions do as far as what attributes they give you. And so you can be more warrior-like, more focused on weapons, or you can do more spell power based, going through willpower, more leadership, that kind of stuff, combination of whatever, make your choices that way. Let's see. Currently, we're doing the spellcasters leadership stuff for now, because the higher leadership, the bigger your little armies you can lead, and those are this way. So generally the idea is you hire your little people over here. They train for whatever length of time, and then they muster out. They come down to the training, and you add them into your army like this. And then as they fight, they level up and that kind of stuff. All our guys got really beat up in the last fight. We lost a lot of people, but we were still successful. So we walked away with a decent amount of money. So we'll be able to train some more people. Again, this does take time, so we'll just train another 10. See how that goes. So buy that, and then we can rest if we want, and they'll be ready to go within a day or so. But we also want to design our city, their city building. It can be either simple or more complex, depends on what you want to do. We chose complex, and that just lets you, I guess, a little bit more detail on how you design your little town. From what I can tell, that's what it is. And you can change the setting on that if you want. Like if you start with simple, you can go to more complex, or you can go vice versa. Okay, so this is currently a little town. Camera. So currently that's our main tower. This is a library that we built, and this is a farm over here that we built. And at the top you can see how much money you have, how many people. So this is our population of men of fighting age. So we have 20 of 86. There's our Ember that we use for spell research, we'll show here in a second. There's our money with income. Currently losing money because we have an army, basically. All these guys that you raise or that you're training, they cost money. And we've got timber, lumber, stone. Right? Stone is probably ore. Oh, steel ore. There's the steel itself. And then spell books used to research higher level buildings and units. The most effective, cost-effective way to acquire is by exploring dungeons, followed by building libraries with 9 gold each. So we already failed at our first dungeon exploration because, I suck. So that's how that goes. But anyway, we can build these other buildings, but we don't have the money to do it. It's the 250 minimum. But normally you'd be able to click on the building and then move it around, rotate it, wherever you want to put it, that kind of stuff. And then that's the other way out of town. So it looks like we're going to have to be building a wall eventually. Maybe. Okay, so there's that. So I thought I had enough money to build another building, but I do not. So there's this, and then you go over here and you can research new spells. I messed up, and I didn't really mess up, but Chain Lightning looks like it's a decent spell. Basically, this stuff is like for buffing you for fighting hand to hand. This is your magic stuff, as you can tell by the stuff at the top. So you got your sword, staff, or wand, or whatever, and a bow. So this is more of your range type stuff for using a bow. But we're going the magic route. we started off with these two over here, that one there, and then the Ice Blast. We took Necromancy, which allows us to summon skeletons. We can either just summon a regular zombie out of nothing, or if somebody dies during combat, you use the spell again and they come back to life as a skeleton archer or something like that. So it's based on how strong they are in life determines what they are when they come back. And you can only use the spell only 3 times during combat though, which kind of sucks, but it's what it is. But there's an upgrade to it. Let's see. So to you, the dead are mightier than the living. Summon an undead unit. If you cast on one or more non-undead corpses, raises each as a more powerful undead unit, 2 additional uses per tier. So there you go. So it gets it up to 5. And it actually does summon, this happened in the last fight, is I used it and summoned up like 3 or 4 skeletons at a time, because I used it on dead people. So that kind of helped the fight go along. So that was nice. And this Ember down on the lower left-hand corner determines, what things you can take based on the cost. Like this lightning is one, which we're going to take because this Fire Blast is basically like a little short-range flamethrower. Not quite what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like throwing like a little fireball, but it's not. Although the next level is light enemies on surfaces on fire. Your flames now burn for longer and can be cast greater distances. So, or maybe we could just save up for that. The lightning doesn't seem to have an upgrade, but the fire does. Just save. But we'll take the lightning. Because it does actually a decent amount of damage at range. Okay, so I'll set there. Okay, so we gotta go talk to the people in the throne room. The guards admit a foreign noble with an impressive goatee. Lightbringer, that's what you are. You're the Lightbringer. I want to extend my sincere condolences on the loss of Master Maneth. That's your master. I was sent by the 3 cities to extend an introduction. Each ruler would like to meet you and perhaps ask a favor or two. But a personal warning, these rulers are jealous of each other's power, and doing a favor for one may anger another. Why should I get involved with this? Would it not be better to maintain neutrality? Perhaps so, but these rulers are wealthy and generous to those that help them. Furthermore, in times of war, you may need mercenaries to help with key battles. You're not impressed by his goatee? Neither am I, actually. Because that's not technically a goatee. If there's a mustache, that's not a goatee. Remind me again where I can find these cities. Near the borders of your domain, as always, sir. If I may have the last word, the cities often hold tournaments. Check back frequently. The princesses love to watch them. A ruler such as yourself can only benefit from a powerful alliance. And welcome back, P.S. And the boss, he's our like a little advisor. My lord, I second this course of action. Our scouts search for Rend, but this may take some time. In the meantime, doing a favor for a potential ally can only help in the long run. Very well, some of the men. I will seek out these 3 cities and lend assistance where reasonable. Oh, it's actual quest. Okay. That's what we're doing next. But we have to wait for our men to train up before we got running around. So we're going to burn money on research, or we'll do enchant. Training. Let's see how many of our men are ready. So there's our little mercenary guy. This unit costs more gold upkeep than usual. Soldier for hire, all-around melee unit with no special abilities, useful to bulk out an army. You say so. So these guys are still training, so we gotta wait another day. Contingency. Supposedly that people that are wounded, or they have, if they're only wounded, not actually dead, you have a better chance of recovering them after combat. Okay, so we'll just bring 10 with us. Leave these 4 back here just in case. And that's that. Dun, dun, dun. Am I healthy? I am 39 health. So here's where you get to basically set up your spells and whatever. So this is our little chain lightning. There's our fire, throw fire, summon the undead. This is the light, and it's telekinesis where you can pick things up and throw it around type deal. And we got another ring. So leadership +2. So all our now this is an experience ring that adds to our leadership as well. So more leadership means we can have more people follow us around, but we're not even bringing everybody anyway. But we probably should. Now that I'm thinking about it, because these guys suck. And we'll train some more. Because these guys are more than likely. Some of them will die. They usually do. But we'll worry about that later. And travel. Aid one of your soldiers in saving this village. Okay. Was I supposed to talk to somebody? Under disturbing your ecstasy, one of your soldiers enters their chambers. You recall his face, Quentin, a brave sort, always ready to throw himself into a fight. I don't mean to intrude, but I hoped I could ask for a favor. Let's see, what are you asking of me? Certainly, let's hear it. Thank you, your greatness. Wow. My home village. You visited it before. They produced stone for the Empire. He pauses, turning away from you. A wizard enchanted some suits of armor and set them on the villagers. He's got them enslaved. Fear not, we'll free your village. They have to fend for themselves. Just a second, Mr. Keeping News. Talk to me, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, fear not, we'll save your village, right? Maybe. Now we go off and go do some stuff. Same stuff, travel. I'm guessing that's this village. This is a village we've been to before. Hey, when you're so... Oh, this is difficulty of hard. How about we don't do that right now, then? The reward is 40 stone and 5 people. But we're probably going to lose everybody in the process. I don't know if this is this. I don't know what that bar, the day 16 thing over there. I don't know what that means. They haven't talked about that. Oh well, we'll get murdered. We'll get murdered. Anyway, happy Monday. It's time for Gimpy and his little band of peasants to die. Hey, Tarkus, welcome back. Happy Monday.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Monday. Okay, so Quentin, my home, he mutters. As you arrive in the village, Muck clings to the buildings like rot, and sluggish peasants struggle with heavy loads. Out of place, a suit of armor stands in the center of the village square. As you grow close, its head snaps toward you. And what might the new wizard in the land be doing here, says the suit of armor. The suit speaks, though not with its own voice. Of course it is, Tarkus. I'm here to free this village from your grip, trickster. If you value your existence, leave now. I won't hesitate to claim it. Really, an army at your back, and the best you could do is enslave some villagers? When I'm done cutting through your tin toys, bid farewell. An army at your back, and the best you can do is enslave some villagers. True. Welding peasants to a life of servitude is hardly worthy of infamy, but defeating you will soon change that. The crunch of steel echoes from the village. Dozens of animated suits pour from the building. At their head, the summoner, he clicks his fingers and the suits stand to attention, weapons pointed. Some, you know, are stained blood red. Why enslave the village? Where did you find such a force? Summoner gives you a look like one would give a child before he begins to chant. Blah, blah. Oh, veins tense across his face and his fingers stiffen and crack. In the flash of light, a suit of armor pops into existence next to him. The crunch of steel echoes from the village. Dozens of animated suits pour from the building. It's blah, blah, blah. At their head, the summoner, he clicks, and we already said that. Weapons pointed, some, you note, are we already saw that. Why enslave the village? Summoner sighs. This is my home, or at least it was, till my family died. Then the village turned. Every inn shoved me into the cold. Every butcher would rather serve me a blade than a scrap of meat. Even the pickpockets wouldn't deal with me. Then he grins. But the suits respect me. Ever since the day I called upon them, they obey me, and so shall the village. Else they'll get a lot more of a shoving. More than a shoving, sorry. Oh, this is just repeating what it is. Okay, so. No longer would the villagers bow to your will. Whoever you've slain, their blood will beat you, or your blood would join theirs. Sure. So where's the village? Oh, shit. Run!
Soldiers, attack!
Get him. Oops.
I do not think oops means what you think it means.
Maybe it does. Oh, there's stuff on the ground. See? I wonder if we automatically loot stuff at the end of combat, so we don't have to run around and pick stuff up. Bad guys. Okay, that was a person. That was just a regular person. Oh, there's red dots everywhere at the top. Now I see them. Leave me alone. Oh shit. Vicious friends are not being very vicious. Okay, getting some mana back. I'm almost dead though.
You're mine.
Just a second.
You should run.
Okay, sorry about that. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah, I love it. Soldiers, slay them.
Kill them all, please. Is that killing them? It looks like it might be. Run! Run faster. Run a lot faster. Yay, farmer, save me. Okay, Mrs. Skimpy's trying to call me. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Battle, welcome back. This guy has no magic. Summon the armor and sell it. Yeah, maybe. Run. Can't do any more summons. I don't think, or I don't have the mana to do it. There we go. Maybe 2 skeletons.
Man, attack!
Kill everything. We're not killing everything.
Everyone, kill them.
But, looks like we only have one guy left out there. All my guys appear to be dead, maybe? And undead? I don't know. It's picking stuff off the ground. There's the steel ore, it looks like. Where's the last one? Little red arrow at the top is telling me it's somewhere in front of me or is behind me. It's behind. Oops. And we win. Sorry, we win. Okay. So, skeletons did their job. Although I think all our people are mostly dead. by the looks of it. That's okay. So, after combat, you can actually keep going, although I don't know where my wand is. And that let me use magic this time. Sometimes you're able to use your weapons and magic still. You can go through and collect more loot. Or accidentally kill people. Maybe. Anyway. And afterwards... So we didn't level up this time. Quest succeeded. So friendly casualties. We got 10 unconscious farmers. 1 survived. Oh, that's not good. Ugh, another ring. More gems. The gold. So this was not worth it. 2 kills per minute. Go main. Apprentice. Bonus XP. Kill all those things. Wow, that was so not worth it. Summoner falls, collapsing amidst the heaps of armor. As you prepare to leave, you spot Quentin hugging a ragged peasant, wrapping her in a loving embrace. One of your troops walks over to you. Ready to depart, sir, shall inform the men. Leave Quentin, he's earned a rest. Can afford to wait a few more minutes. Best pry Quentin from the old crone before he starts. We can afford to wait a few more minutes. Your men gather at the village. A few of them lag, leading horses encumbered with stone, a reward or a means of emptying their packed storehouses? ? You're not sure, but you're certain to find a use for it. So stuff. So we had 10 unconscious people, but are they coming back? We have 11 farmers. Yes. So? We didn't level up. So now we go back. We need a mission for another city, so we're going to find the city first. But I want to replenish our troops if we can. I'm trouble with the armies. That went by too fast. So we're down to 100 gold. So your men do... see, we lost everybody in the front line. Or 3 of them in the front line. Get replacements. Only 1 survived. Get experience. It kind of sucks. Anyway, so our troops suck. Just want to point that out. Suck. Army limit 8 base plus 13 from leadership. Plus 1 from buildings. So... what is that, 22? So we could bring all these guys. And 1 left behind to defend the city. Because why not? Okay, and I'm wounded, so we're going to have to rest no matter what. You have more Ember. No, we don't. I thought we got Ember from that mission. That's okay. Detention, so rest. Enchantment. Training. Currently full health. Farmer, I'm not sure I believe what I'm hearing. Council members remain unconvinced, yet you've heard of stranger tales. The shoeless boy just shrugs. Tis true, sir. Dozens of men rode in this morning, saying this is their land by ancient rights. Said they'd turn our village to rubble if we didn't do nothing. What rights do these men have to your land? Produced some letter from some fancy pants saying they owned the land. Load of nonsense. My dad's always owned it, but they got rough, and then they brought out all them wooden monsters. Wooden monsters. The boy waits for you to speak. Prepare the troops who arrive to the village. Tell me your name. That's how do they plan on destroying the village? Great big machines, your grace. Wooden monsters that can fling stone 1,000 leagues. They loaded them up and flung it right at us. Smashed up old Moe's tavern. Can you believe it? He's already got it, got a gimp leg, and now he's buried under his home. The boy waits for you to speak. Sure, we'll go get after him. Prepare the troops. How hard is this going to be? I don't know. We only have 20 people currently. But we're ready to go. And off we go.
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
Same town? Very hard. Protect the village against a group of thugs looking to seize the land. Army mission. Difficulty very hard. It's just gonna wipe us out again. Let's go find the other cities to do stuff for them. Oh, goblins. Easy. Normal. Defeat the Goblin Horde. Army mission. Difficulty is easy. Units 15. Reward is 95 gold. Sure. That one's normal. More stuff. I'll do this one first. So we found the goblins. Dun dun dun. New levels build up the strength based on days past, becoming more aggressive, all that kind of fun stuff. There they are.
Matt, kill them. I'm just getting started.
Dump, dump, charge, 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 charge. There they are. Why is my lightning going too far? There we go. Well, that worked. Oops, friendly fire. So that was easy. How many can I raise? Look at the zombie. That was easy. Did we lose anybody? Oh, we lost 5 farmers to that. Ugh. Hey, Rudolph, welcome back. Rock, paper, scissors, horses, whoops, catapult. Well, goblins. So, 4 kills per minute, arcanist rank stuff. So, our villagers still suck. Probably should have went after this one first. 20 units. Am I damaged? I am not hurt, so. And almost level 5, so we'll go do this fight. Cover mana quickly by standing still without moving, shooting, or taking damage for a short time. Light. Guessing they're out over there. There they are on the map. Top left there, you can see all the little dots. Gotta light them up with the lightning, I think.
Nest and guard there.
Oh shit, no.
Everyone form up. Fighters, attack!
Burn, you little bastards. Dum 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 dum. So lightning doesn't have the best range either. Or is that a mana thing? Oops! Gotta pay attention to your health. So we lost all our troops. One survived. That sucked. Oh well. Lightning doesn't have the best range. I thought the fire wasn't the best either, but the lightning is only a little bit better than the fire. So that means more wand stuff. So we get back to our tower and our army is gone and we have like no money. It's all our dead people. We had 20 guys. We have 6 left. That's all our money to get these guys trained. And we'll be broke, more than likely. And we don't have any more Ember. Yeah, no Ember to upgrade stuff. Damn it. Okay, let's rest. Chat. Training for people who survive. No rest. Do living allies have a greater chance of being knocked unconscious, while plague bearers have a higher chance of raising new units? Knocked unconscious. So army. So these are 16 guys we just trained. They'll get ready to die again. Little green pluses mean they have enough experience to be improved, but we have nothing to improve them to. We don't have the buildings to upgrade them. This will probably go better this time because we didn't have that many people to fight the goblins. There was 20 goblins, only what 12 of us, I think. That's what it was, but now it's 20 on 20. If they're still alive, we'll go find out. And health-wise, we're at the top of the screen. 39 health. Mana's 160. Let's go get them. That's all our stuff. Oh, we got another ring. Still very hard on that particular quest, so I'm not going to worry about that. What? A weapon of great power can be found within, but the dungeons will not turn it over easily. Solo mission very hard. That doesn't sound very encouraging. Peasant Horde. Defeat the Peasant Horde. Normal. A little bit of money. Foreign city. Speak to the ruler. Neutral. Lightbringer, you requested an audience. Are there any tasks you need help with? Requires respected and 36 gold, so don't worry about that. You need help with anything? I recently ordered my quartermaster to train my troops, but he's always whining about one thing or another. See that he gets what he needs, and I promise you will be suitably rewarded. I have soldiers to spare. I will speak to him and train the men he needs myself. Good day, sire. My lord has commanded me to train 5 units of type skeleton warrior, but these recruits are too soft. They can't handle the training, but if I go to my lord with this, he will certainly blame me. I have 520 gold set aside for this work. It is yours as soon as you turn over these men for me. 5 skeleton warriors. I can't even make those myself. Or not, your lord, and I expect new men in the near future. I don't know how. Friendly patrol. I don't know how I'm supposed to get skeleton warriors. Oh, this is the edge of the map. I think. Yeah, it's the edge of the map. Dun, 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 dun. I have no idea I'm supposed to get skeleton warriors. I'm basically broke as it is. Oh, look, it's snow. Rusty Forge occupied. Clear the enemy occupants to recover this ore-producing village. Well, that would be nice, I guess. Bandit Horde. Bandit Camp, easy. Reward of 126. Gathering enemies have built a lair here. Let's do that one. Another Bandit Horde. Easy first. Deeper levels of dungeons sometimes have rooms where you can rest and recover health. We've been in one dungeon. Got my ass kicked. I didn't know if it's supposed to be difficult or not, but... Okay, they're in front of us. There they are.
Everyone! Attack!
Nowhere to hide. That's gotta hurt. Yeah, I love it. You're all gonna die. Oh yeah, you're all gonna die.
I don't know if I summoned anything there. Lightning doesn't seem to pick targets very well. Okay, good enough. I don't know how many people we lost, but I almost died. No, I'm not. I'm not even happy. Okay, so leveled up though. Let's see. More health.
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
More mana. And that's it for us. How many of you died? Oh, nobody was killed. Just 11 knocked unconscious. Do we get to bring them back? Plague Bearer. Enemy casualties. All these? I didn't think they had that kind of a group going on. That's okay. So, kills per minute 5. We Arcana, so bonus XP. Completion time 2 minutes. So, we're still at 20 men, so we didn't lose anybody. That's good. So, Rusty Forge is occupied, but I'm wounded. What's this Plague Bearer thing? 4 days. I don't know what that means. Goblin Horde, easy, 95. This is an ore-producing village. Lots of people. Build a tower. I don't know what this means. This lower right hand corner, build tower 15 lumber. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's try to capture this forge. And this should produce ore for us, I believe. Dun, dun. I need a better wall. Build multiple markets to increase how many goods are available to purchase each day. But we want to sell stuff. Where's the town? I don't see the town. It's a tree. It's kind of a road. Kinda, maybe. I don't see a town. Oh, there they are. Okay, so they don't have any defenses, it looks like. I can see a little bit better. There they are. Cultists. Those cultists.
Here comes another.
Everyone! Slay them!
Go get him. Dun, 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 dun.
Got it.
There we go.
Soldiers, kill them!
Oh, they're all spread out. Who's this over here, though? He's dead.
Matt, hold position. Matt, kill them.
Too many left. Crazy cultists. Got 2 more back here, it looks like. There you go. Oops.
Oops. Is that all you can say? That was really poorly done.
Now can we loot this village is the real question. Now my wand is gone, so I'm going to go with no. Usually if my wand is still around, we can like still tear stuff up in the town. And like pick up extra resources and money and that kind of stuff. Oh look, dead people. Aw. Anyway. Now we lost 3 this time. We picked up 39 gold, a little bit of timber, some steel ore, population stuff. It's all the ones we killed. So plague bearers. Those are zombies. This must be the ones I'm summoning? I didn't summon that many though. So, Rusty Forge, Goblin Horde, 10 units. Might as well. I'm not really hurt, am I? Health is 45 and 44. Not sure how that worked. Anyway, let's go kill some goblins for a little bit of money. Carry an object with telekinesis, right click, and we know that. So again, disappointed with lightning. I thought it was going to be better than the fire, but it's not. Not really. And this away. The light spell. Oh, that actually worked out pretty well. You can actually see better here. It's a neat little trick. Stay down, dead people. Yeah, definitely short range. I'm out of mana. Okay, so that was easy. That was easier. Goblins are easy to squish. As they should be, because, you know, goblins. I picked up a little bit extra money, maybe. We lost a couple of people. Hey, get up. There's no reason, there's no time to sleep. So we lost 3, maybe.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch
Just
channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Monday. So, I understand what the ranks are now. So the rank is basically a performance during the combat. So the more kills and stuff you get, you actually get experience bonuses. So that's what this is. So because we didn't kill anything, technically, thought I did, but whatever. We didn't get an experience bonus. That's okay. But now I understand that a little bit more. So the idea is to kill, so you can get more experience. Okay, so there's a forge. It's all done. Yeah, 300 gold. We should build a building while we have the money. Is this over here? Animated armor horde. Defeat the animated armor horde for 6 units for 31 gold. Sure. Hey, about it. Monty Python vibes? What? Which part? Oh, the overworld? Okay.
Every attack!
Stop walking in front of me, you morons. You still up? Okay, well, that wasn't too difficult. I don't know how many. Did anybody die? Just regenerating our mana. So it looks like we did okay. Yep, nobody died. So we're good. So we picked up some ore and some money. And it's still goblin bait because I didn't kill anything? It's whatever. Whatever. Okay, now go back to town. Go buy some, or build a building. We need to build something to upgrade our troops. Okay, so that's what this is for. Designer City. I think we only needed like 250 to build the next building. Blacksmith, I think, was 250. Sawmill market. So what's the market actually do? Simple market that invites trade. Move churches here allows you to trade resources for gold with multiple markets, allowing larger trades. Each additional market is less productive. Should probably bring this in to make money. It's 250. But a blacksmith uses ore from villages to produce weapons and steel used to upgrade and recruit higher level units. Somehow I think a market would be better. Because we're producing This will let you to research high-level buildings and units. The most cost-effective way to acquire is by exploring dungeons, followed by building libraries worth 9 gold each. Plus 2 library. Okay. So I'm gonna go with market. Because this looks like it actually generates money. So there's the market. Should we put the market right there. Rotate it. Snap to grid. Oh, there we go. Sure, let's build it right there. Is this first person heroes? Kind of. Kind of, maybe. I don't know exactly. I don't know if I want to make it a heroes caught a might and magic thing or not. But there's definitely city, you know, you build a city, you recruit your troops, they gain experience, you have to have the right buildings, upgrade them, that kind of stuff. You run around, you can go into dungeons, fight your battles, that kind of stuff. It's all first person that way. This is the only third person stuff that we've seen so far. Okay, so it's going to take 2 days to build that. Oh, we got Ember. There's any low-level stuff we want to do yet. Devastation. Primary weapons ignore building wall damage. Resistance for the duration of the spell. Nah. Harmless. Target enemy will not consider the player a threat for 15 seconds or until the player harms the enemy, whichever comes first. Need 2 to upgrade to that one. Put that down. Surround your frozen part. Frozen unit no longer takes reduced mana bolt damage while frozen. Your ice blast cooldown is reduced to 75% of normal. Upgrade that. Everlasting Flame. Singularity. Trance. Elemental Novice. You're connected with the elements. Fire, frost, nature, and lightning attacks do an additional 20% damage per level. Might want to pick that up. You dabble in the arcane arts. Mana bolts do 60% increased damage per level. Or 6% damage per level. I think that's where it's coming from, the wand. It's the mana bolts. Overcharge. You draw power. You draw from the powers deep within your staff. Fully charged shots only use 1 charge level instead of all of them. So fire, frost, nature, and lightning attacks do addition. We should probably do that. Kill stuff better. And let's see, how much money? We've got 91 gold left. Let's rest. See what this market actually does. See if it gives us any money. So we're going to do enchant, training for our next fight. This again, enchant. Contingency to keep people alive a little bit longer.
I should use the coins in my chest to trade with the merchants who have just arrived in town.
There we go. So this chest was not available before the market was built. Screen enables you to buy and sell resources and equipment. Your inventory is on the left, while the merchant's inventory is on the right. So we can sell stuff now to make money. The bow. I'm not going to use the bow, so we're going to sell that. Mace. Definitely not using the mace. So sell that stuff. Ring or willpower or leadership. Willpower is for magic, leadership is for bigger army. Spent wand, that's our main weapon. So, what good are items? Or gems. Pouch and Sharkman just placed a whole pouch on the trading table. So I guess these don't really do anything. We'll sell them again for the money. So 800 so far. We haven't sold any resources, which is good. What's that? A mage staff worth 1,000. Set, crafted book, can periodically freeze enemies that get too close. Spend Ember shards to increase damage. Damage is 1.87. Oh, he didn't have enough money to cover everything, did he? Spellbooks, this is for research stuff. So he couldn't buy everything we were selling him. So that's it for him. Yeah, he's down to 74. We're up to 507. Buy some spell books. Buy all these. And that's 150 for him. So sell these. There. And sell that one too. And that's all the money he has. Now we have the books. Now the book's actually going to help me. I don't know. Oh, look at all our experienced troops. Oh. Non-script. Undergoing conscription. Click to cancel refund. So we're summoning a zombie. That's a zombie. It's not a regular farmer. That's a zombie. Switch some spells. So books aren't helping us here. So we bought all these books. Our library apparently isn't connected to this. Oh, let's see what's going on in court. Okay, the Untitled brings the joys of a hunting trip in the forest. In the midst of tracking what promises to be a sizable stag, you stumble upon a thick patch of berries, still glistening with morning dew. Your stomach rumbles at the sight. Perhaps a quick snack will keep you going long enough to attract the beast. Eat the berries. They might be poisonous, yeah. Aged dwarf, you're too famished to concentrate. When you finally have the beast in your sights, you fumble your shot and it bounds away unharmed. Boo. Boo. Seriously, how do we go to the books? Siege, magical. Undead. Ah, there's our undead. So how much money do these things cost? So they eat up more people. They eat up people. So we can actually have undead in our army. I think it's because of that spell, which is fine. And let's rest. Oh, we can do research this way too. We have an extra 500 gold. Actually, should build a building with the extra money. Because that was the whole point of selling to the merchant, right? Get more money so we can build more buildings to recruit better troops. Oh, we don't have... What are we missing? I guess we need to build a sawmill to make the lumber we need. So, tricky. Where do you want to put the sawmill? Put it back closer to the trees, maybe. So we'll translate this. Stop it. Oh, wrong arrow. Wrong arrow. There we go. Okay, we can rotate it. Good. Snap to the grid. No. Doesn't like that spot. Oh, probably because it's still up in the air, I think. That's why. There we go. Okay, so this back here. Dun, dun, dun. Snap to the grid. So it actually doesn't like this spot. It's not actually in the air anymore, is it? Doesn't look like it. Oh. There we go. Good enough. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. So, there. Okay, so that's going to produce lumber for us that we need to, build the other stuff because we don't have any lumber. I guess we could buy lumber from the market, but it kind of seems stupid if we're going to produce our own. So, how do we know what we're producing? I mean, that's our stuff that we have up top, but how do we know what we're actually producing? Options. No, it's not really. Walk, walk, walk. Interact. Doesn't help me. Mini map mode? I don't know what that is. Could you clean up those books off the floor? Apparently my maid's is on vacation. So no.
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
I'm trying to fight. Okay, let's rest for the day and chat. Actually, no. Back. We do research. So this is an interesting system. Basically, it rolls dice, and that determines what you get for your research. In this case, we have 13 spell books from that roll. You can roll again for 75 more gold, which gets
It's
us
that time
higher
again.
up.
Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
But you get to keep. You get to select the dice you want to keep. Select one dice to carry over to the next round and roll again for 75 gold, or accept the current research. So we've got 3 2s and 2 5s. Not sure exactly how that. So that means guaranteed 10, guaranteed 13 for the next roll. Let's do it. It's only money. I forgot to click on the dice because I'm a moron. At least we got better. That's so stupid of me, though. Whatever. We will accept the 17 spell books. I screwed that up. So stupid. Oh, and then we. Oh, sorry. This is the way. This is the way it really works. Is you do the rolls, and then they tell you where a dungeon is to go find the stuff. Then you have to go into the dungeon to get the stuff. So it's not as easy as it sounds. So I just wasted a bunch of money. So our vicious little troops. So our undead. Oh, they're still trained. That's okay. Now we'll rest one more day. Chant. Change the state so if people get injured, they don't die. Yeah, it's the facepalm event, basically. They're still not. It's only taking so long. No upkeep. Yay, undead. Training days 4. Oh, they've got 3 days left. Okay, looks like we're going for a walk. But our lumber mill is up and running, so it's going to start producing some lumber for us. Okay, so this is telling us our resources, right? Or is this what we're using? Used to construct most buildings, getting bought from villagers at markets, work 2 gold each. So, sawmill. Oh, sawmill's eating up one of these. Right? It's producing the lumber. Sorry, the sawmill's eating up 2. Level 1 sawmill is eating up 2. But
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
string is willpower. Because we don't need it as leadership on this one right now. And I take this off. Fine, that's how you do it. Okay. So willpower is supposed to help with our magic. Oh, there's another quest in here. This is what your judgment in your throne room on matters trivial and mundane. I don't want to. Now this village down here is clear the enemy occupation. I already did that once. This is stone producing. The Rusty Forge. Oh, it's not down here. So another town. Oh, there's the dungeon we're supposed to go to. It says it's easy. Go down here first. Get the stone. Liberate the poor town for the stone production. For some reason, my air conditioner's on. It's not that hot. Still don't think it is. I thought my voice was cleared up, but it's coming back. Shit. You see a purple crystal outside your wizard tower. This means you have enough embers to do something. Hot tub.
Gimpy? Are you getting in the hot tub?
No, it's bad as fuck.
It is going to make you sweat.
I know. I don't even know why it's on. Makes no sense. Minotaur? Minotaur? Mark. Ghost. These look like cows, not minotaurs. Yeah, they are back there. These look like zombies.
Soldiers, slay them!
Vicious little farmers. Would you like to help us fight? Out of mana. Oh shit. Dead Minotaur? Dead yet? Looks like yes. So what will he be if we raise them? Aw. He'd be tougher than that.
Matt, slay them!
Ooh, yeah, I love it.
Okay, so Bastion's back there. Can't do 2 hot tubs. Can only do 1 at a time, otherwise it taxes the jets too much. So who died? The peasants died. Oh look, it's a zombie for us. Okay, so leveled up. 2 points, willpower, and leadership. Chance for units to survive. Oh, that's right. Better chance for them to survive. Increases our unit size too, or army size. So still goblin bait. So good. Anyway, picked up gold, timber, ore, gems, stuff. And we only lost 1 farm. Well, stuff we killed. Okay, so this town belongs to us now for the rock production. We'll check this out down here. We haven't been here yet. Fletcher's Rock. Occupy. Clear the enemy occupation, blah blah blah. Timber. We need timber. So, am I wounded? I'm fine. So, we got 17 farmers and the plague bearer. Let's see how this goes. During the day, it looks like 2, which will help us. Alchemy gives expensive but powerful enchantments. Try it out if you are having trouble with a particular mission. But what if it's expensive you can't afford? Try mini-map using Alt keyboard. I'll stick down on the pad. Say so. Keep forgetting there's a command mode, like an RTS type deal. Haven't used it yet. So, this. You can see like this. Okay, well, I don't think it's crucial at this point. We need light though. There's a light spell again. Should light things up a little bit better. Hopefully. They're too high. Cows, goats. That's a deer. That. And so. There they are.
Soldiers. Kill them.
Good job, get in front of me. Run. Ah, damn it. I didn't notice the guy swinging at me. Didn't have anything over his head. Damn it. He was swinging at me. I didn't even notice. He didn't show up as, after I saw the hostile, red bar over his head. And I didn't see it fast enough. I didn't notice it actually at all on that one. Oh well. I didn't want those live people anyway. So we're down to 170 gold. Yeah, army's not completely dead. So I'm dead. Okay, so this guy's beat up more people. Skeleton archers. Oh, only one? Need more people. It's gonna be a little while before the... Oh, you're ready.
Come on, You pansy, get back in there and fight.
Zombies. Okay, so we're training a skeleton and 2 farmers, which is not nearly enough. Need more people. Money-wise, we've done 159. Got 1 Ember. Need more Ember for spell upgrades. Trade. The merchant has no money. The merchant has no money. We don't have a whole lot ourselves. He's got no money. I'd like to get the staff. Damage is 1.87. Our wand is 1.4. So a slight upgrade on the wand. But this isn't worth anything. Is it not worth anything because it's equipped? Oh. Hey, Taco, welcome back. So, trying to figure out what I there's no way I have 1,000 gold worth of stuff here. Maybe. Well, that's only 300 at most for the ore. Yeah, we don't have quite enough. Oh well. So, poor little merchant. I wonder when he actually makes money. Here. Your envoys recently made overtures to the Silver Order, an ancient conclave of a few mages possessing many secrets. Yet despite offers of gold, these wispy-haired mages have refused to divulge their secrets which may prove vital in the wars to come. You meet with your council to discuss the next move. Kill them. Careful steps must be taken. Ask only for a token gesture of on their behalf. Send our greatest warriors and diplomats to ask again. Inform that they only ask nicely once more. Risky. Secrets hidden are useless to us. Blink, devastation, and frost. Well, we can't do that. Careful steps must be taken. We'll go that route. So pick up more books that I don't really know how to use. We haven't taken a walk in our town yet. Let's do this. Helios, welcome back. What game that makes you feel like Gandalf? Is this it? Does Gandalf throw lightning and little wand attacks around everywhere? Commanding farmers to go die so you can raise them as skeletons? Is that what Gandalf does? Because that's one of your options here. So this is our little village as we've built it so far. That's our library. This is our market. I can actually talk to people.
Don't hurt me.
Crepes, you startled me.
It's because you have no emotion in your face.
Do I know you?
Nope. So we can talk to your townspeople. So again, this is our little market. And then that's our tower to live in. So, oh, and then we got a lumber mill back over this way. It's over there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the walls. Sort of, kind of. This is our lumber mill. Oh, you can't walk inside of it. Bummer. So, that's our lumber mill. Oops. I didn't locate that very well.
You lost a bet, perhaps?
Definitely lost a bet on building that library. It's a magical library. Loading above the ground. That's on me. Because you're actually supposed to do something when you're building stuff to make sure it's on the ground, and I didn't do it for the library. No big deal.
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
Yes.
If not, you really should.
Okay. So, we are losing money because of our army. So, oh, but we just picked up a town that's producing wood for us? Oh, no, we didn't. I screwed up that fight. We got to go back there. Yeah, it's very magical. Incredibly magical. Okay. Well, need to grab a few more people and then we'll go get that village to produce lumber for us. Or, sorry, logs. So, chant, training while we sleep. That. Not ready yet, so we conscripted these people and we're training them when they're ready. Maybe more like Saruman? Kinda, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can be whatever you want to be. Two people to fill in the spots. And this is a skeleton archer up here. We'd like to have him. We only have one currently, right? Yeah, just the one. Couldn't train anymore. Still not enough people. Need more people. So population. We've gone through so many people. So many people have died for us. Okay, Carpenter comes cap in hand to bore you with his troubles. A wealthy customer in a neighboring town has refused to pay him for a big job. You can't do anything about that, but the carpenter is asking the crown for a loan of 2 pallets of lumber, which he needs to replenish his inventory and keep his business going. What's in it for me? No stars are of the city. Go find an mercer if you need a loan. Let's enter into a partnership. I'll supply you with lumber as you find paying jobs and take a small cut of your profits. I agree with number 2 there. Carpenter agrees at once, but is less than savvy when it comes to running his business. You end up losing your supplies and earning no gold. You suck, Carpenter. You suck. Chant. Training some more. Skeletons, one more day. Chant. Contingency is so that when people are having a better chance of being knocked unconscious instead of dying. Still not ready. There we go. Good. Oh, I've got more people we can hire now. Dead are better though, because they don't cost any money, but they take longer to train. And when they say not enough resources, they need people. We need 4 people per skeletal unit. 3 for the zombies. These guys. But they require money. Oh, they don't have any upkeep. Thought they did. Huh. And we'll let our population build up.
Come on, you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
Okay, let's go find something to kill. Okay, this is our spells on the left, gear on the right, extra gear up there on the side. Stony Hills, this town belongs to us. It's providing us with stone. Oh, it's got raised. Oops. Only crows pick up the bodies remain. Return later. Bummer. It's a desert. Peasant Horde. Defeat the Peasant Horde. Normal for 126 gold. Oh, they're moving. $17 units against what? Or 15 or 16, I think. Yeah. And there are weapons you don't have to do the magic route. You can go the warrior route if you want. There's a bow. Is there a sword too? I think there's a sword too. Or just say melee weapons, because you actually start with a mace. You start with a mace, a bow, and a wand. So you can go, one of the three routes. I chose magic because why not? Oh, look, it's dark. Oh, we're actually in a desert-ish thing. This is a light spell that actually does light up the area. So now we can see everything there.
Everyone, attack!
Oh, watch all the dead come up. Of course, they're all archers, but. There we go. So a bunch of dead on both sides, it looks like. I wish the skeletal archers weren't always archers. I wish they were more melee based in that particular situation. That would have been nice. Anyway, we win. My regular archers are back. Archers are back here, healthy. Player kills per minute 7. Whee. So I get a 5% bonus to XP. Basically, the more stuff you killed, you get a bonus to your experience for the fight. So we lost 3 farmers and a zombie. What? Guess we could have held the line a little bit better. Since we have 2 archers, we don't have to charge in like that. Animated armor horde. 5 units. Goblin horde hard. No, we don't want to do those. Another armor camp. Are they chasing us? Another one. Oops. Shit.
You say oops quite often. Do you need assistance?
Wasn't paying attention, just walked on top of something. I have no idea what it is. No idea what we have. Let's go around this hill. Dum, 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 dum. So they're over over there somewhere. Zombies behind me. My zombies. So they coming to us? Can't tell. There they are.
Everyone! Kill them!
There's the dead. Never mind. We win. How many people did we lose, though? None. Only went in with 10. We didn't lose anybody. I can accept that. Animated armor. Ugh. So, oops, a little bit of money, a little bit of ore. And that was an accident. So, Rusted Forge is ours. Back to town, see if we have any more people. We probably don't have a whole lot of people waiting around because we're not building up a lot of people. We have 1.6 people waiting around. 1.6. Okay, so I have 1 Ember crystal to spend if I want. Now with Arcane Arts, your mana bolts do 6% increased damage per level. The mana bolts, I believe, it's coming out of the wand. Oh, harmless. This is a way to make them not attack me. Targeted and only 1 enemy. What happens if there's multiples, though? That's the bad thing. What happens if there's more? Okay. Just him. Can't do any undead because we need more than 1 person. Oof. Got all the empty slots. Market. He still doesn't have any money. So how does this work? Head on a stick. The beast gaze held the power to paralyze its victims, allowing for consumption at leisure. The especially unlucky would live through most of the process. So even at death, Visage of Power slows targets hit with mana bolts. Damage is 2.88. That's a pretty big jump in damage, but that's what it is for 3 grand. Wow. So he's got new items, but doesn't have any extra money. So basically we just have to keep collecting stuff to trade. Well. What's in here? Great day draws to a dreary close, and you're eager to rise from the throne and stretch your legs. Your last supplicant, a man dressed in the cassock of a poor monk, steps forward. He's been waiting patiently for most of the day. The monk approaches the throne, bows low, and once you've invited him to speak, tells of a shrine in the nearby woods where he fasts and prays for the prosperity of the kingdom. Apparently, a ghost has taken up residence, interrupting his holy work. Chamberlain sent a squad of guards to investigate. You know, a remedy to drive away common apparitions. Bundle together one sprout of henbane to wet the herbs, circle the shrine 3 times anti-clockwise. Send a squad to investigate. Your advisor dispatches 5 men as you request. They return the next morning to report that no spirit could be located at the shrine or in the vicinity. It must be shy of soldiers. Well then, that was easy enough to do. We have 300 gold. We can use that to build another building. We don't have enough people coming in. More people. Oh look, new spell. Harmless. That one. Switch those two. So harmless is to make them not kill me, hopefully. Oh, we still have to do this, the Forgotten Dungeon. Supposedly it's easy. We'll see. Let's go see how easy it isn't. See how bad Gimpy is doing solo runs into the dungeon, because that's how these work. So, this is different. This is just me going in. Nobody helps me out. And I'll die. Almost guaranteed. Although, actually might be a little bit better now, that because the first time I went in, I didn't have lightning. The lightning I didn't have, which does a decent amount of damage. But, we'll see. It says it's easy. I doubt it is. Yeah, first thing, get light. Why am I drifting? Uh-oh. Go away. Hey, stop that. Is that it? I hope that's it. That'd be nice if it was. That would be. I would classify that as easy. Stuff. Again, do that to get some extra stuff, hopefully. So a lot of this stuff is actually stuff. Nothing? Vicious little wand. Dead people. Oh, speaking of dead people. New friends.
Hey Gimpy, it is time to take a break.
After we're done here.
Your next break is in 2 hours.
Set? Set. So we could summon her too. Might as well. Is that 5?
Everyone, kill them!
We got 3 and 4 ahead of us. Freeze him in place. And then kill him. Yes? No? Yes? Oh, we still got more floating around. I've got 1 more summons I can do. Do I have any skeletons still walking around? I think they're gone for now. They don't last forever. Dum, dum. Okay, how many more of them do we have left though? Where are they? Upstairs it looks like. Oh, I thought that was going to be 2. Select
Man,
everyone.
on
Follow
me.
me. Oh, did they go upstairs? I wish my friendlies showed up here on the radar. We still have 2 more left, it looks like. It's all about the gold. Poison, let that clear out. Special. Okay.
fighters! Kill them!
Nope. Are they?
Oops. Is that all you can say? That was really poorly done.
Wasn't as poorly done as it looked. Kill these things and we can always run back and get everything. Oh, wizard. Ow. That was an awfully good shot. Oh, son. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway. Okay, I need to take a break. It'll be the last break of the stream, of course, and we're back here to play some more of this. It's not too bad. For early access, it's not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. Yeah, they weren't doing anything, really. They weren't helping, that's for sure. But anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes, and thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.